In the name of the great God. Hello buddy. As I promised in the previous clip, I will introduce the crow in this clip, and I also promise you that we will go to the dolphin in the next clip. Well, let's go. Crows are omnivores and feed on insects, animals, and their carcasses, and various types of plants, seeds, and human waste. Lifespan in crows is relatively long. These birds are widely distributed all over the world and have been recorded in other regions of the world, except for South America and polar regions and some islands. Crows are not only the most intelligent birds, but also among the most intelligent animals and exhibit interesting social behaviors such as playing, cooperating and defending each other. Crows usually live together in large flocks. Recent studies show that some species of crows not only have the ability to use tools, but also have the ability to make tools. Animal intelligence surveys show that crows are among the most intelligent animals. Crow species are divided into 3 categories: all black or black with a little white or gray probel. Crows have strong beaks and legs. In these birds, sexual diaecy is less observed. The general belief that crows live for hundreds of years is an unscientific belief. More than 80% of crows die at the age of less than 1 year. Some crows may live up to about 20 years, and the oldest American crow in the wild lived for about 30 years. Intelligence. Although in birds, the largest brain belongs to parrots, but crows are the most intelligent among birds, and the ratio of brain to the size of crows is the same as that of mammals. The New Caledonian crow is a species of crow that has the ability to use tools and is native to New Caledonia. This bird can make hooks and use mirrors. Crows have an accurate memory of human faces. Crows are able to tell the difference between a friendly face and a dangerous face, as well as warn their fellows of danger. These birds, who are as intelligent as chimpanzees, will not forget the face of someone who threatens or threatens them, at least for 5 years. A group of scientists from the University of Washington studied these creatures for a long time. In the Seattle, Washington area, they encountered a flock of crows through a man wearing a dangerous-looking mask who would trap and then release the birds. After 5 years of this experiment, the researchers found that many crows in that area showed a hostile reaction to this mask, which indicated that the birds in the cage had informed their friends of such a danger. According to the research, the number of crows that participated in the experiment was small at first, but after that, the number of crows that escaped from the mask increased. Gatherings. Crows participate in gatherings in the non-breeding seasons, especially in the winter season, where their number ranges from 200 crows to tens of thousands of crows. These gatherings usually take place near large food sources such as shopping malls and garbage disposal centers. Playing. Many acts of crows have been recorded as playing. Some of these games can be an exercise to become stronger. For example, the circling movements that crows perform with their fellows are the best way to escape from hawks. Many behaviorists consider playing to be a measure of intelligence in animals. Communicate. Crows make different types of sounds and sounds to communicate. Also, crows respond to the calls of other species. These behaviors are probably learned, as crows behave differently in different regions. Reproduction. Female crows reach sexual maturity at the age of 3 and males at the age of 4, and usually continue to breed for the rest of their lives. The nesting period lasts 20 to 40 days, and all kinds of materials, fibers, objects, and even human waste and artificial materials are used in nesting. Generally, between 3 and 9 eggs are laid in the nest, and the other crows of the group, as well as the immature chicks of the previous year, also cooperate in maintaining and defending the nest and feeding and caring for the new chicks. Diet. Finding food is the least of crows' worries. They eat almost anything, including smaller birds, fruits, nuts, seeds, frogs, earthworms, eggs of other birds, snails, mice, chicks of other birds, animal carcasses. Protection status. 2 species of crows have been listed as endangered by U.S. environmental agencies. The Mariana crow is critically endangered and is found only in Guam and Rhode Island, and the Hawaiian crow is extinct in the wild and only a few are kept in captivity. Despite a 45% decline in numbers since 1999 due to the spread of the West Nile virus, the American crow has maintained a stable population. Amazing facts about crows. It is interesting to know that crows include 120 different species spread all over the world and especially in Antarctica. Also, one of the closest relatives of crows are beautiful birds like birds of paradise, which may seem a little strange but it is true. Unfortunately, many people hate to hear the crow's voice. Some of them think the crowing of this black bird is a sign of bad luck, and some of them are afraid of the face of the crow because of its long beak, big and dark body. Also, in literature, stories and legends, enough has been said about the evil and ugliness of the crow. But this time, it is better to sit down for a scientific talk to reveal more about the characteristics of this amazing bird and the facts of its life. In fact, the crow is a very smart and clever bird from the sparrow-like family or the crow-like family, which has a medium height with long legs and a powerful beak, and because it is considered omnivorous, it is a concern to find it has no food and can easily crush everything in seconds with its powerful beak. The brain and memory in the crow has made it the smartest bird in the world. It is interesting to know that these birds with their intelligence can quickly recognize the face of the person or creature that saw them for the first time. They will remember the security or danger created for him for months or years in their memory and react when they see him. In general, these birds have an accurate memory about human faces. Remember that crows are able to tell the difference between a friendly face and a dangerous face, as well as alert their fellows quickly in case of danger. That is, when these birds are caught in a predicament and have problems, they make their friends aware of the danger. Note that the brain anatomy of this bird is somewhat similar to the human brain. Also, the language that the crow has is very complicated and difficult, and of course, every sound you hear is a sign of a different meaning. According to the studies, Some of their sounds are warning signs, some are for imitating the sounds of other animals, and some are for announcing a special event. In fact, when a crow dies, its peers show strange behaviors. For example, they gather around the dead carcass and start screeching loudly and strangely. Or, in other words, they organize a mourning ceremony for their dead friend, but still scientists are in awe and haven't figured out what exactly these amazing creatures are doing at those moments. It should be mentioned that the presence of crows on the planet dates back to 17 million years ago. As we said, crow or black raven has different species such as black crow, tree crow, American crow, mountain crow, Indian crow, nutcracker crow, black crow, and many others that are not counted. These birds are very social and can be seen in large flocks. Crows have adapted very well to living with humans and have spread widely in some cities such as Europe and Asia. Remember that the smallest crow in the world is the blue raven or the Mexican dwarf, whose scientific name is Aphelicomynana. This little crow weighs about 40 grams and is 21.5 centimeters tall. The biggest crows in the world include common raven or black crow, Corvus corax, thick-billed crow, or in other words, Corvus crassirostris, has a weight of 1,500 grams and a height of 65 centimeters. In fact, crows are extraordinary creatures whose existence has caused the removal of many harmful substances in nature, and when a crow leaves an environment, it obviously destroys that environment. But it is interesting to know that among these crows, there are also dangerous species that, because they are omnivores or in other words carrion eaters, can carry many microbes and viruses among the human population or other living creatures, especially birds. They can carry many dangerous diseases with their frequent flights over trees or residential areas. Especially most of them can easily transmit a dangerous virus such as West Nile to humans and cause neurological disorders in his brain. Please note that this is a viral disease of the arbovirus family, which causes encephalitis or swelling of the brain and meningitis or swelling of the membranes of the brain and spinal cord in humans due to the bite of the colic mosquito. Areas of prevalence of this disease have been reported from Egypt, Asia, Israel, South Africa, and areas from Europe and Australia. It is interesting to know that the amount of poison in crow meat is much less than the poison hidden in pork. These extraordinary birds, in addition to the different abilities they show in social environments, have a high talent in making and using tools. Recent research shows that crows not only have nothing less than mammals such as chimpanzees in this case, but also show more complex behavior in some cases. By separating the main branch of the tree and also separating its branches, crows can easily shape the end of the branch and make a tool by which they can trap many worms and insects. Also, certain species of crows native to the island of Caledonia in the Pacific Ocean use special tools to get food that they cannot reach with their beaks. For example, they use thin twigs in an optimal way to pull out insect pupae from holes or under the bark of trees, so that they can hunt them easily. In this way, they put these leaves under their feet and make the end of it into a hook shape with their beak and enter the hole and remove all the insects in the branches. These intelligent birds have special planning power and can easily deceive different creatures. Many crows have a habit of storing food and provisions for future consumption, especially in the cold season. But a species of ravens that is intelligent and has a stronger memory, works ahead of crows. It is interesting to know that if they realize that they are being watched, to deceive and confuse other birds, they will sink their beaks into the ground and pretend that they have hidden food in that place, while this is a hand trap. It is clever on their part because without putting the food in that place, they cleverly hide it in another place. Some curiosities of crows. Crows seek to protect themselves from mites, fungi, and bacteria by rubbing ants in their feathers. They show affection and empathy. For example, they comfort their sick companions or those injured in a fight. They can even shelter them and feed them until they recover. In the group of birds, crows are comparable to dolphins and chimpanzees in the group of mammals. In some cases, these animals can show violence to humans. If they are raised from childhood, their existence as pets is possible. Juvenile crows live in groups, eating, playing and having fun. They are able to respect herd members who are close and dying. They are considered spiteful. If you falsely offer them food, they won't forget you and will probably get angry with you in the future. According to scientists, crows can solve complex problems, manage the production and use of their own tools, have a good memory, and communicate and learn with each other. Therefore, they are considered attractive and highly intelligent animals. Thank you for being with me until the end of the clip. If you enjoyed this clip and also love animals, don't forget to like and subscribe. Wait for my next clip. Bye.